Hey, Connie, this is Kurt. When you're testifying in that trial, there might be a couple of things you could do that would really help Stacey.
A bombshell voicemail leads to the revelation from federal prosecutors that Stacey Pomrenke's husband is now under criminal investigation for possible witness tampering. Good evening, I'm Ann Carter in for Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Josh Smith. During a hearing in federal court today in Abingdon, prosecutors confirmed it. Juvenile court Judge Kurt Pomrenke is now under investigation as part of Bristol, Virginia Utilities corruption case. Community watchdog Nate Morabito broke the news this morning. He found out as prosecutors move closer to securing his wife's personal emails, they are building a possible case against her husband in the process.
That's right. In court today, we learned prosecutors are focusing on Kurt Pomrenke for possible witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and contempt of court. That's partly why they want access to Stacey Pomrenke's Gmail account. The federal magistrate said she thinks the FBI has probable cause to execute a search warrant for those emails, but she wants to take a few more days before finalizing that decision. In a rare occurrence, Stacey Pomrenke walked into federal court without her husband by her side Tuesday, as her legal team tried to convince a magistrate to stop the FBI from executing a search warrant targeting her personal emails. Court documents revealed a recently discovered voicemail, reportedly left by her husband just days before her corruption trial.
Hey, Connie, this is Kurt. When you're testifying in that trial, there might be a couple of things you could do that would really help Stacey.
According to court records, a man identifying himself as Kurt tried to coach a potential witness, a woman identified as a BVU employee. He wanted her to say positive things about the former CFO if called to testify at her trial.
If you could kind of slip in when you have a chance, just little remarks like how Stacey did a great job, or Stacey was one that took care of the employees, or Stacey is just as honest.
This isn't the first time prosecutors have accused Kurt Pomrenke of interfering with the case. In November, they said the judge mailed this thank you card, along with his business card, to BVU CEO. Prosecutors called it a veiled intimidation letter. By the time his wife left court, it remained unclear if and when Google would have to turn over her personal emails. But one thing was crystal clear. Do you all represent Kurt Pomrenke as well? This corruption case is far from over. Is there anything you want to say on Kurt Pomrenke's behalf, considering he's now under investigation?
No, thank you.
Nate, the main reason Pomrenke was in court today was to try to stop that search warrant. Where does that stand?
It kind of got lost in this other big news. The magistrate wants prosecutors to lay out in writing their planned protocol for reviewing and filtering all of Pomrenke's personal emails. That's an effort to make sure agents don't get their hands on confidential or privileged information, particularly between her and her attorneys. The magistrate wants to review that order before making a final decision. That decision could come as soon as next week. All
right, Nate, thank you very much. Pomrenke herself faces a possible contempt of court charge on her own for emailing possible witnesses ahead of her trial. A judge will consider that charge when she's sentenced on her 14 corruption-related counts.